Hello and welcome to a FIFA 22 Barcelona rebuild on the Henry's Gaming TV YouTube channel. If you enjoy the video, please make sure to like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So here you can see we're presented as the new Barcelona manager. We want to rebuild this club and win them the Champions League and the La Liga in the not so distant future, hopefully. So here you can see the current team which we've got. I mean, you can't compare it to Barcelona teams from the past where you had Messi, Iniesta and so on. This is a pretty weak team. We've got some aging players as well, which isn't very good. We'll play Ansu Fati, of course, in the starting 11 and play Memphis Depay as our striker, but we've definitely got a lot to do. So now we'll recall Antoine Griezmann from his loan because he's 85 rated and will bring in a lot of money if we sell him. So we'll recall him from his loan from Atletico Madrid and add him to the transfer list, of course. Then Pjanic will recall from Besiktas Istanbul and add him to the transfer list as well. And then we're gonna release Luke de Jong from our Barcelona contract because he's just not good enough. So now, here's our first signing in this Barcelona career mode. We signed Achraf Hakimi from Paris Saint-Germain for a fee of £70 million. What a great signing this 22-year-old right back is. He'll be a very good player for us. And here's another player which will be very good for us. We signed Rodri for Manchester City for a fee of £85 million. The Spanish defensive midfielder, he's realistic as well because he's Spanish, and he'll replace the Spanish defensive midfielder Busquets in our midfield. So now we sign Matthijs de Ligt from Juventus for a fee of £60 million, which is very cheap for a player of his calibre. He's got a lot of potential as well. He'll be our top-class centre-back. And here's the player who will join Matthijs de Ligt in the centre-back position. We signed Jules Koundé from Sevilla, our rivals, of course, in La Liga, for £60 million. He's got a lot of potential, just like de Ligt, and those two can be our future centre-backs. So now we signed Kamara from Atletico Madrid for £31 million as a rotational defensive midfielder behind Rodri, and will weaken Atletico Madrid, of course, as well. And now we signed Unai Simon for £30 million plus Neto, our second goalkeeper from Athletic Club. He'll be a good rotational goalkeeper behind Marc-Andre ter Stegen, of course. So here you can see all of our transfers in this transfer window. We signed Rodri from Manchester City for £85 million. We signed Hakimi from Paris Saint-Germain for a fee of £70 million. We signed Matthijs de Ligt from Juventus for a fee of £60 million plus Miralem Pjanic and a 10% sell-on clause. Then to partner him, we signed Jules Koundé from Sevilla for a fee of £60 million. We signed Kamara from Atletico Madrid for a fee of £31 million as a rotational defensive midfielder. We signed Unai Simon from Athletic Club for a fee of £30 million. And Pedro Neto and a 10% sell-on clause as to be a rotational goalkeeper as well. So here you can see all of the players that left us. We sold Gerard Piqué to Manchester United. We loaned out Telas to Santa Clara. We sold Antoine Griezmann to Spurs. We sold Busquets to Bayern Munich. We sold Mingueza to Besiktas. We sold Araujo to Juventus. We loaned out our youth academy talent Akil to Guangzhou FC. We loaned out Ricky Puig to Real Betis. We sold Serginho Dest to Crystal Palace. And we sold Sergi Roberto to Bayern Munich. So here you can see this team after the transfer window with the signings of Rodri, de Ligt, Koundé and Hakimi. We definitely improved the squad and our bench is looking very good as well, as you can see. It's a very good team, but not a team which can fight for major trophies. But let's hope we can achieve something this season. And currently in January, and we're second in La Liga with 40 points behind Real Madrid, who've got 41 points and are unbeaten currently. So Real Madrid having a very good start to season 1, but let's hope we can beat them. And now in the round of 16, we'll be facing Paris Saint-Germain, we'll be facing Neymar Jr. and Messi, our former players, of course. In Group E, we finished first in our group of 16 points. Benfica join us in the round of 16, but Bayern Munich get knocked out of the group, which is very weird. With 5 points, they're only third. So here you can see this team in January. The player growth is incredible, and Fati is very good. The team is progressing very well, and let's hope we can fight for La Liga now. So now we'll be facing Paris Saint-Germain in the round of 16 of the Champions League. I don't think our team is good enough to beat them now, but let's hope so. We quick sim it, and sadly we lose 3-1 against PSG, and Lionel Messi, our former player, with a brace against us, and Neymar Jr. scoring a goal as well. So 3 ex-Barcelona score against us here. So now we'll be facing Paris Saint-Germain for the second leg. We need to score 2 goals to at least bring it into extra time. I think this is really unrealistic, but we'll quick sim it anyway. We win by 2-1 thanks to goals by Hakimi and Ousmane Dembele, but sadly we get knocked out 3-4 on aggregate against PSG. So here you can see the La Liga table, and sadly we didn't manage to win the La Liga in Season 1, but I think it was expected because the team just wasn't good enough. We finished with 81 points. Real Madrid went invincible with 12 draws and 0 losses. They finished with 90 points, which is great. Then Atletico Madrid won the Supercopa 2-1 against Real Madrid in the final. Levante won the Copa de España 1-0 against Atletico Madrid in the final. Chelsea won the Super Cup 2-0 against Villarreal in the final. Liverpool won the Champions League 2-0 against Atletico Madrid in the final. So Atletico Madrid this season in 3 cup finals, but they only won 1 of them, so that's not very good in the round of 16. Sadly, PSG knocked us out 3-4 on aggregate, which is very disappointing, of course. Leicester City won the Europa League 2-1 against Manchester City in the final. Weird to see Manchester City in the Europa League. And then Feyenoord won the Conference League 1-0 against Real Sociedad in the final. So here you can see our Barcelona team at the end of Season 1. The player growth has been absolutely incredible. We've got our young players have grown massively. Ansu Fati, Dembele, Pedri, and so on. This team is very good, and the bench is pretty good as well. With a few signings next season, we'll be able to fight for the La Liga and Champions League. So here you can see Ansu Fati's growth this season. He grew by 9 ratings. He's now 85 rated. That's the highest player growth I've ever seen in FIFA 22. And he's scored 23 goals and gave 5 assists in 47 games, which is pretty good for him as well. So now we're coming in Season 2, and we've got a transfer budget of £225 million, which is great to see, but our manager rating isn't great. We have 44 manager rating, and we're in danger of being sacked. So let's hope we can still survive. So here you can see our first signing in Season 2. We signed Theo Hernandez from AC Milan for a fee of £60 million. He'll be the replacement for aging Jordi Alba, who's already dropped in overall. So now Man City want to re-sign Sergio Aguero, but will definitely reject that transfer offer as he's still a rotational striker. So now we signed the Man City centre-back Aymeric Laporte for a fee of £85 million because we sold Jules Koundé to Chelsea for £88 million, and in my opinion Laporte is a suitable replacement for him. So here you can see we signed Jose Maria Jimenez from Atletico Madrid for a fee of £65 million. We signed him as a rotational centre-back, and of course to weaken our rivals Atletico Madrid. So now we re-signed Antoine Griezmann from Spurs for a fee of £44 million. We signed him as a rotational striker behind Memphis Depay, of course, but he can hopefully score a few goals as a substitute. So now we sign Hakim Ziyech from Chelsea as a rotational left winger for a fee of £42 million. He'll hopefully provide us a few goals from the bench as well. So now we signed Koke from Borussia Dortmund, of course, he's the former Atletico Madrid player, but we signed him here in this save from Dortmund for a fee of £44 million, and he'll be our rotational central midfielder. So we can see all of our signings in Season 2. We signed Theo Hernandez from AC Milan for a fee of £60 million plus Jordi Alba. Then we signed Aymeric Laporte from Manchester City for a fee of £85 million. We signed N'Golo Kante from Chelsea for a fee of £0 plus Rodri and a 10% sell-on clause. I'm really happy with this signing. He's a world-class player, as we all know, and it will definitely help the team. We signed Jose Maria Jimenez from Atletico Madrid for £65 million as a rotational player and to weaken Atletico Madrid, of course. We signed Antoine Griezmann from Spurs as a rotational striker for a fee of £44 million. We signed Hakim Ziyech from Chelsea as a rotational wide winger for a fee of £42 million. And we signed Koke from Borussia Dortmund as a rotational central midfielder for £44 million. Though here you can see the team after the transfer window, the signings of N'Golo Kante and Hernandez definitely improved the first team. Then we've got a world-class bench as well, which could win the Champions League. Our front three of Ansu Fati, Memphis Depay and Dembele are world-class as well, so surely we have to win the Champions League and La Liga. And in La Liga, we're only second in January, sadly, with 48 points. We're 1 point behind Real Madrid, who've got 49 points and currently first. But we've got 7 points advantage to Atletico Madrid, who are definitely not in the title fight this season. And in the round of 16 of the Champions League, we made it there, and we'll be facing Borussia Dortmund, which will this season be an easier opponent than, of course, last season with PSG. Looking at our Champions League group, we of course finished first in our Champions League group with 15 points, and in second place were RB Leipzig with 10. So here you can see this Barcelona team in January. This team is world class. Just look at the player ratings. Our front three of Ansu Fati, Memphis Depay and Dembele are the best front three in the world in my opinion. Look at the bench as well. This team has to win both competitions. So here you can see Borussia Dortmund against Barcelona here in the round of 16. We'll quick sim the game. Surely we have to beat Dortmund here. And we do by 2-0 thanks to goals by Pedri and a goal by Ousmane Dembele. Get in there. So now in the second leg we'll be facing Borussia Dortmund, this time at Camp Nou. Just bring it over the line now, we'll quick sim it. And we beat them by 4-2 and 6-2 on aggregate, thanks to a brace by Ansu Fati, a goal by Memphis Depay, and a hat-trick by Ansu Fati, which is absolutely incredible. So now we'll be facing Inter in the quarterfinals of the Champions League here. We've got this incredible team. We surely have to beat Inter. I'll quick sim it. And it's only a 3-3 draw at the San Siro, where our goal scorers were Ansu Fati, Ousmane Dembele and Memphis Depay. So it's all to play for in the second leg. So now in the second leg against Inter Milan, we'll be playing at Camp Nou, our home ground of course. So let's hope our home fans can support us to get the win here. And we do, we win by 3-0 and 6-3 on aggregate thanks to goals by Memphis Depay and a brace by Ansu Fati. Get in there, we'll move in this season's Champions League semi-final. Get in there. And in the semi-finals, we'll be facing Paris Saint-Germain, who of course start with Neymar Jr. and Messi in their starting 11, who of course are former Barcelona players. We'll quick sim the game, let's hope we can beat them. And yes, we do, we beat them by 2-0, thanks to goals by Hakim Ziyech and Ansu Fati. Get in there. So now we'll be facing Paris Saint-Germain at home at the Camp Nou for the second leg of the Champions League. I'll quick sim this game, let's hope we can beat them here. And we do, we beat them by 2-1 thanks to a goal by Pedri and a goal by Memphis Depay. We beat them 2-1 and 4-1 on aggregate. That means we'll move into this year's Champions League final. Get in there. And now we'll have a La Liga title showdown at the last game of the season. Real Madrid are currently 1 point ahead of us with 94 points. We are on 93 points. So if we beat Real Madrid in this El Clasico at home at the Camp Nou, that'll mean we'll win the La Liga. Let's hope we can beat them here. We'll quick sim it. And we beat them by 2-1 thanks to goals by Pedri and Ansu Fati. And with that, Barcelona are La Liga champions. Get in there. So we can see the La Liga table at the end of the season. We finished first in La Liga with 96 points. Real Madrid in second with 94. They're 2 points behind us. Of course, we won the league because of our win against Real Madrid on the last day of the season in the El Clasico. That was the title decider. Atletico Madrid are third. We win the Supercopa 2-1 against Real Madrid in the final. Sevilla win the Copa de España 1-0 against Real Betis in the final. Liverpool win the Super Cup 2-1 against Leicester City in the final. And the Champions League final I'll be playing next is against Liverpool. We'll be facing Liverpool in the Champions League final. In the group stage, we finished first in our group, of course, with 15 points. Second were RB Leipzig with 10 points. In the round of 16, we thrashed Borussia Dortmund 6-2 on aggregate. In the quarterfinals, we thrashed Inter Milan 6-3 on aggregate. In the semi-finals, we thrashed Paris Saint-Germain 4-1 on aggregate. And in the final, we'll be facing Liverpool. The Europa League final is between Atalanta Bergamo and Leicester City. And the Conference League final is between Real Betis and Arsenal. So here you can see this team which won the La Liga on the last day of the season and might now win the Champions League against Liverpool in the final. Look at this incredible team, the front three of Fati, Depay and Dembele. What a great team this is. The starting 11 is great. The bench is absolutely world class. This bench could even win the Champions League probably. This team is absolutely incredible and let's hope we can win the Champions League. So here you can see the stats for this season. Memphis Depay once again our top scorer with 33 goals. In second comes Ansu Fati with 25 and Pedri with 17 this season as a central midfielder, which is very strong from him. And in terms of assists, Frankie de Jong is the leading assister with 14, Memphis Depay had 11 assists and Pedri 10. So look at Hernandez, what a season he had. He grew by 6 ratings, he's 25 years old, he grew by 6 ratings. Now he's a 92 rated left back. He's one of our best players in this team. He scored 8 goals and gave 7 assists as a left back, which is absolutely incredible. What a season he had. Hello and welcome to the 13th Arena here in Germany to the Champions League final in 2023 between Liverpool and Barcelona. So here you can see the two teams coming out, the captains Virgil van Dijk and Ansu Fati, the first players to come out. Here you can see the Champions League trophy. Of course, we're hunting down for this trophy. Let's hope we can lift it after this game. Here you can see Liverpool knocked out. Liverpool knocked out Bayern Munich, they knocked out Manchester City and they knocked out Atletico Madrid. So I think actually they had a harder Champions League season than us. Here you can see the Champions League trophy once again. And here is Liverpool's team. It's pretty similar to the one which they currently have. The starting 11 is Alisson in goal, a backline of Andy Robertson, Virgil van Dijk. Koulibaly is a new player, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Fabinho, Barella and Neves, 2 new midfielders, and the front three stay the same with Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino and Mo Salah. Here you can see our team taking the team picture. Our team is better than Liverpool's for sure, I'm sure about that. Look at this team is absolutely incredible and should win the Champions League. We start with Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal, a backline of Hernandez, Mathis de Ligt, Laporte and Hakimi. Midfield of N'Golo Kante, Pedri and De Jong, and the front three are Ansu Fati, Depay and Ousmane Dembele. It's now the attack with Pedri. Pedri squares it to Depay who shoots, it's a good block. Depay shoots and it's a great save by Alisson to prevent Depay from scoring. It's now ter Stegen with a throw, but we lose the ball now. Neves, Roberto Firmino shoots, it's a good save by ter Stegen and Neves can't score. That was shambolic from ter Stegen, that throw, but luckily we didn't concede. So now Ansu Fati on the counter-attack. Ansu Fati has to score. He shoots and it's a great save by Alisson. How didn't Ansu Fati score there? It's now the attack with Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong turns. De Jong sees Dembele who shoots and it's a good save by Alisson. It's now Liverpool on the attack with Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane to Barella. Barella shoots. It's a good save by Marc-Andre ter Stegen, but Barella was offside anyway. It's now Liverpool on the attack with Roberto Firmino. Firmino crosses it in. Fabinho will head to it and it's a great save by Marc-Andre ter Stegen in the 60th minute. What an incredible save by our German goalkeeper. Here you can see a replay of that incredible save. Fabinho with the header and then Marc-Andre ter Stegen with incredible reflexes to get his hands to it and to keep it out of the net. So now Barella shoots it and another great save by Marc-Andre ter Stegen to prevent Liverpool from scoring. So now the attack with Hernandez. Hernandez, our 92 rated left back. On the attack, Hernandez, still Hernandez. He squares it into the penalty area and Kante scores! 17 minutes played and N'Golo Kante scores to make it 1-0 in this Champions League final against Liverpool. Get in there! Here you can see a replay of that attack. Our 92 rated left back, Hernandez, plays it into the penalty area where he sees N'Golo Kante, who scores into the bottom right corner. He was placed perfectly, nobody was marking him. It was an easy finish into the back of the net to make it 1-0 for Barca. It's now Liverpool on the attack straight after we scored. Sadio Mane, still Sadio Mane, gets past our defenders too easily and Roberto Firmino scores. 73 minutes played and right from the kickoff, Liverpool scored to equalise in this Champions League final. How did they do that? So here you can see a replay of that equaliser. Sadio Mane with incredible pace after the kickoff. Then he squares it to Roberto Firmino, who shoots and scores a volley into the back of the net to equalise for the Reds here. Now Liverpool on the attack again. Roberto Firmino. Mo Salah shoots and he scores an incredible goal. No, in the 86th minute, Liverpool score probably the winner in this game. Mo Salah is running to Jurgen Klopp, celebrating with his manager. What disappointment for Barcelona in the 86th minute of the Champions League final. Here we can see a replay. Mo Salah gets the ball, and then he does things Mo Salah does do the best. He scores goals. He puts it finesses it into the bottom left corner. What a hit by the Egyptian king. Marc-Andre ter Stegen got a hand to it, but sadly he couldn't prevent this incredible shot from going into the back of the net. It's now in the 91st minute. Can we get an equaliser here now? Ousmane Dembélé on the attack. Ousmane Dembélé to De Jong. De Jong, Alisson is on the floor. De Jong shoots and he scores! 92 minutes played and Frankie De Jong equalises for Barcelona in the last minute of the Champions League final. Get in there. What drama here in the last 5 minutes of the Champions League final. Get in there. Here you can see a replay of that goal. Ousmane Dembélé sees Frankie De Jong there. Alisson is fouled by Virgil van Dijk, his own teammate. And then Frankie De Jong shoots it into the goal. He chips it over Alisson. Lovely strike to equalise here in the Champions League final in the last minute. So here you can see what actually happened. Virgil van Dijk tripped up Alisson. Alisson fell onto the ground. And then, of course, we shot over him. He wasn't able to save the shot. There you can see it. It goes over him. No chance for him to save it. And that's the end of the second half. It's a 2-2 draw between Liverpool and Barcelona. It's now in extra time. We're on the attack with Depay. Memphis Depay shoots and it's a great save by Alisson to prevent us from scoring the winner in the 98th minute. It's now Ansu Fati on the attack for us again. Ansu Fati shoots and it's a good save by Alisson. So now we play it along our back line. But Thiago wins the ball back from Laporte. Massive mistake from our centre-back Laporte. Thiago is through on goal. Thiago shoots. It's a great save by ter Stegen. He saved this ball from Thiago, who is through on goal. We kick it away, and that's the end of the first half of extra time. How did Liverpool score that? It's now Liverpool on the attack again with Thiago. Thiago to Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk. Now he shoots, and it's a great save by Marc-Andre ter Stegen in the 118th minute to prevent Liverpool's captain Virgil van Dijk, who tripped up Alisson, of course, to prevent him from scoring the winner in the Champions League final. What an incredible save by Marc-Andre ter Stegen. So now we make a tactical substitution. We're taking off our goal scorer N'Golo Kante and bringing on Antoine Griezmann because it probably will go to penalties. And then Antoine Griezmann is the better penalty taker. So now Sadio Mane crosses it into the penalty area, but we clear it away. Ansu Fati kicks it into the air. Memphis Depay wins the header, and Antoine Griezmann wins it now. Antoine Griezmann in the 120th minute is through on goal. Antoine Griezmann turns, will shoot, and it's a good block by Andy Robertson. And now De Jong shoots, and it's a great save by Alisson. And that's the last kick of the extra time, and we'll be going to penalties. Both goalkeepers running to their teams. There'll be team talks. Jurgen Klopp and we will talk to our team before the penalty shootout, decide the penalty takers. It's 2-2 after extra time. Our goal scorers were N'Golo Kante and De Jong in the 90th minute. So now Fabinho would take Liverpool's first penalty. He steps up and he scores. Great penalty in the top left corner. So now Memphis Depay, our number 9, our top scorer of the season, steps up and he scores as well to make it 1-1 in this Champions League final penalty shootout. So now Mo Salah steps up for Liverpool and he scores a comfortable penalty. So now Antoine Griezmann for us, the substitute of course, he steps up and he scores his penalty as well to make it 2-2. So now Alexander Isak for Liverpool, he steps up and he scores as well, puts it into the right corner. So now Ousmane Dembélé, come on Ousmane Dembélé, he shoots and he scores a great goal into the top right corner. So now Thiago will step up for Liverpool, he shoots and he scores as well, he puts it into the right corner. So now Ansu Fati, our captain, he steps up and he scores as well, come on. So now Sadio Mane for Liverpool, he steps up and he hits the post. Sadio Mane hits the post, and now if Pedri scores this penalty, Barcelona will win the Champions League final against Liverpool. Come on Pedri. Pedri steps up and scores! Pedri wins Barcelona the Champions League final. Pedri, of course, the La Masia youth talent. He wins Barcelona the Champions League. What a magical story. What a great penalty shootout. Here you can see a replay of Pedri's penalty. It was absolutely brilliant. Top corner, Alisson dived for the right direction, but no chance to save that incredible penalty. The Barcelona fans and Ansu Fati, our club captain, are celebrating because we know we won the Champions League. The score in normal time was 2-2. Our goal scorers were N'Golo Kante and De Jong, after, of course, the massive mistake by Liverpool where Alisson was tripped over. And then we win the penalty shootout thanks to a goal by Pedri. Get in there. So if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel. And see you guys next time. Fifa.